What's up, man? Hey, let me know if you could hear me all right. I'm outside, I might have to go in. Right on. My hotel's next to some construction here, so hopefully it's not too loud. I have my lapel mic on. Yick Nates, what's up? Donald, what's up? If any of the background noise gets too loud, just let me know. I'll just go inside. Babe Nation. What's going on, man? Svet. I just got to Manila a little while ago. We traveled overnight so I could go to this business conference, going to see Gary Vaynerchuk tomorrow morning. Super stoked. I was excited to find out Gary Vaynerchuk's coming to Philippines, so I wanted to hop on the opportunity. Have you guys seen Gary Vaynerchuk live ever? Yeah, neither have I. It's my first actual business conference. We're gonna be getting there early. I think registration starts at like 5 in the morning, maybe 5:30 in the morning. We're gonna be first in line because there's a bunch of other speakers before Gary Vaynerchuk speaks at night. So I want to get all the value that I can there. Take a bunch of notes. I'm going to pick up a bunch of valuable information and share it with you guys. Whatever I learn, I'm going to pass over to you guys. That's what's profitable. Try scale. Did you just have one sale? And were you targeting cold traffic? Or were you retargeting and creating lookalike audiences? What I would do, the thing with Facebook ads, you really just gotta keep testing. If you find something that works, definitely scale and just crank it up a notch. But keep in mind that you might have to first season your pixel and then use Facebook ads for retargeting and creating lookalike audiences. Because sometimes targeting cold traffic can be kind of challenging. Did you see my video on that? About why a lot of times it doesn't work? There's kind of a process that it's best to do with Facebook ads. It's really difficult to target cold traffic on Facebook because people aren't going on Facebook to shop. So it's a lot better to drive traffic to your store using a different method and then retargeting and creating lookalike audiences for purchases later. You can get some sales once in a while from cold traffic, but it might just be a lot less. If I can't do Facebook ads, can I still do dropshipping? Yeah, totally. There's tons of marketing methods you could do besides Facebook ads. Everybody's so focused on Facebook ads, but there's a lot more profitable methods to drive traffic to your store, like AdWords, for example, which is pretty untapped. Well, not untapped, but a lot of people aren't using it. Cold traffic as in interest stacking and flex targeting too, right? Cold traffic is just like people that have not visited your store before. Warm traffic would be people that have visited your store before and you've been able to collect data, and for your Facebook pixel. Yeah, definitely. You can make a lot of money doing Instagram influencers. Kennedy, your free trial just expired. You can't log in. Well, yeah, if your free trial expired, you won't be able to log in until you you purchase a plan. If you want to start a new free trial, I have a 30-day free trial. The link is in the description of this video. It's an extended trial, 30 days instead of 14, if you use my link. Exit. Hold on, how do I go back to the questions? Search up to 50 already. You search 50 orders Shopify? I haven't heard that. Is that just a Google search you need to make? 50 orders Shopify? Let me see if I could go do a Google search and this will not close the video. I'm just gonna... Did that just close out my live stream when I went on my home screen? This is my first time doing a YouTube live video. I'm not sure what happens when I click the home screen. Did my screen go black for a minute there? I pressed the home button because I was going to do a Google search, but I don't want to give you guys a black screen to look at. Looks like a couple people left when I did that. Oh. I won't bother doing searches right now then. I'm not sure how to get out of this menu here. On Facebook, do you suggest stacking interests at first to see if it's a winner? Or one interest per ad set? It's really, I don't think there's really a set way to do it. It's really just about testing and seeing what works out, I don't think there's really a strict answer on that. You could do multiple. You could do one interest and then you could do another one with multiple interests. It's all about testing. Trying to exit out of this menu here. When you started season your pixel first with influencers beginning. Yeah, but you could season your pixel using like AdWords or Twitter marketing or anything really. As long as you have a pixel installed and then all the traffic that you drive to your store, the data from that will be added to, they'll pick up all the pixel data. And then you could retarget and create lookalike audiences when you have 100 purchases or more. You need 100 purchases or more to make lookalike audiences. You don't need 100 purchases or more in order to do retargeting. I have this fucking menu that I can't figure out how to exit out of. Can you do an add to cart lookalike audience? You can do an add to cart lookalike audience, but I'm not really sure why you might want to, because you want to do lookalikes from people that are most likely to purchase, not necessarily only cart. Can you make words in the future, or does that convert well? Yeah, Google AdWords can definitely convert. I'll do some content on that eventually for sure. I outsource a lot of that, so I'll have to either get my partner to do some video content on it, or I could get with him and I could create it myself. Okay, that helps season your pixel. Yeah, David, definitely. If you want to do Google AdWords to season your pixel, you could. Any method of driving traffic to your store will season your pixel. As long as the people visiting your store have a Facebook page. This menu is starting to piss me off because it's blocking the chat. I can't figure out how to exit out of it. You can per store, but the thank you page can have, how does that work? I have niche. I think the thank you pages you'd be able to target people based on which thank you page they visited, if I remember right. So if you want to create a lookalike audience for the people that visited the thank you page of, say, if you're selling a basketball, but you also if you want to create a lookalike audience, bought a basketball, you would have a thank you page that directs to thank you page for only basketball so that you could retarget those people. I seriously can't figure out how to exit out of this menu. Hey, what's up, Jason? Trying to figure out this damn YouTube live situation. For those using your Pixel using other methods that goes over this, it's search my video. You could search Jesse Eby visits, but no Shopify. And you could go over the entire Pixel and then retargeting later. Break it down so it's easy to understand. Oh, I figured out. Thank God. Message is better. You guys got any more questions for me? There's just a couple of you in here now. I'm just killing time at this point. My hotel room's not available yet. We're too early. How to find the right. Where did you find all the information? What information are you talking about, David? Experience, strategies, etc. Oh, just in general for Shopify, how I found the information and learned the experience and strategies, just in general. A lot of trial and error, and I've taken a lot of courses, but I'm taking all the information and all the golden nuggets that I potentially did not learn from experience, because each course is going to have some golden nuggets. So what I've done is I've taken multiple so I can bring all the information to YouTube for free. So I'm not saying you have to buy a bunch of courses. I'm going to be releasing all the same information for free, but a lot of trial and error, a lot of testing and patience, and seek out failure so that you can learn from your mistakes. There's so many people selling courses, it's kind of ridiculous, but I've taken a bunch for the purpose of being able to relay the exact same information over to my YouTube channel, so that people don't have to buy the course when I'm already giving away the same information for free. Because I've already obtained, or I'm working on obtaining even more. And all the courses are pretty much the same. But every once in a while, there's a little gold nugget in there. What can I do? Facebook keeps on disabling my accounts. I'm trying to just... Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with your account, man. The only thing I can really think of, if that keeps happening, is try to just start fresh. And if you could figure out what's causing the problem, it was an issue with your name or something, wasn't it? Your name did not match the name of the payment option or something weird like that. Facebook ads is glitchy. It's really kind of it's powerful, but it's kind of a shitty platform for how much money people throw into it. They should have some kind of customer service, but there's literally no customer service at all. So people just throw money away and don't get any help with it. It's kind of weird. I'm surprised it's legal. My actual direct experience with Google AdWords is pretty limited. I outsource it, but I'm working on working with my partners so I could put together some YouTube videos on it. Yeah, Svet, if you want to do Google AdWords, that's totally fine. You could stick to it and worry about Facebook if you wanted. Facebook is good for, retargeting and creating lookalike audiences later. But if you're able to do Google AdWords and kind of, you could always use Facebook later. But I wouldn't get too hung up on it now. Eventually, you want to figure out what the problem is, but you don't want to get too hung up on it and not make any progress, because you could do other marketing methods and season your pixel and have all that data that you could utilize for later. I don't know. Just a thought. Svet, have you tried outsourcing the Facebook ads portion and seeing if somebody like professional does it for specific help you out? Outsource that just little portion of what's going on for relatively cheap. At like Upwork or something, and just find a well-reviewed Facebook ads expert, kind of outsource that portion and just let them know that you're having. Maybe you could just pay somebody to help you out. Just be done with it so you don't have to worry about it anymore. Have them help you out and figure out what the problem is. Yeah, you can probably pay somebody $10-20 to figure out what the problem is for you. So I have a whole bunch of extension fans in my other pixel, but I don't. Thanks, Svet. Is that just stagnant data now? David, yeah, I mean, if all the data you have is for purchases on a specific product that you're not going to be marketing anymore, I'm trying to think if you could utilize customer base at all. Did you have a general store? Is it possible that you could retarget people that might be interested in other products in your store? I'm not sure if it'd be very beneficial to retarget them if, okay, well, it's a general store. I guess it kind of depends on how you were driving traffic to begin with. But it is all fans of this rapper who died. Yeah, Eber was marketing for that product. Do you know Brian, his last name is? Or are you Brian? Because he was doing the same thing as you are. He made a decent amount of money first off. But like you said, I'm not sure how that copyright stuff works. You gotta be careful. Just look into it. Maybe talk to a professional about that, because he did cash out pretty quick when the rapper passed away. he was able to throw up some Google ads and sell some merchandise, but you need to talk to a professional because that might be illegal. I'm not sure. But that is a good idea to, I mean, the good idea is capitalizing on a current event. That's a good idea. I want to be careful with my wording. It's not good to capitalize on somebody passing away, but you know, capitalizing on a current event is important and a good idea. Shut down. And also, you know, something you could take into consideration is you can sell merchandise that the fans of that rapper would know, but without using the rapper's name and things that would be copyrighted. Like maybe you could get away with using like a cartoon photo of him if it doesn't look exactly like him. I'm not sure. You'd have to talk to a professional about that to make sure. You gotta be careful there too if you're selling things that's jewelry that he wore. If he didn't actually wear it, that could get a little hairy with a false advertisement and stuff. Yeah, like the style of jewelry that he wore. You could probably do something like that if he had very specific jewelry that he wore all the time. Maybe you could sell something similar. Define fake merch. What do you mean by fake merch? Yeah, I don't think you could get away with really copying a logo. You gotta be careful with that stuff. It's kind of, yeah, you're walking a fine line if you're trying to copy merchandise. And if you're ever unsure about something like that, I definitely recommend speaking with a lawyer. Are you American, David? Yeah, so you can be contacted by his label and whoever else, especially if you're selling to America and you're American. But then, even if you were not American and you're not selling to America, you gotta worry about the payment processor and Shopify themselves. They might reprimand you for if you're selling stuff illegally. Is it easier to sell? Svet, I wouldn't say one is necessarily easier than the other. I'd say without a strong brand, both of them are going to be pretty difficult because they're so saturated. A really strong business brand in order to really do well selling jewelry or clothes. Now, if you're doing like print on demand, you could probably have a better time selling clothes that way, or custom jewelry, because you got to think about it. Everybody's trying to sell clothes and jewelry. Why would anybody want to buy clothes and jewelry from an unknown e-commerce store when they could go to Walmart, or they could go to the mall and pick it up, or even Amazon for a lot of it, you know? Because you have to remember you're competing with Amazon, so you need to be offering something that Amazon does not necessarily carry. I have a whole video on this in my product research playlist. If you guys haven't seen that yet, check out the product research playlist. And in just my playlist section, it has 5 videos, and I could do 5 more, 10 more, but I think people are getting sick of them. But I did 5 videos on product research so far, and it's a lot of powerful tools there. I actually have a document with a bunch of resources I could send you guys too. Yeah, how do I identify awareness and scale of Facebook ads? identify winners as in winning products. I think my product research playlist would cover that. I got a bunch of videos on finding winning products and winning niches. And then for Facebook ads, I'm going to be working on more Facebook ad content. It was actually due today. I was gonna record a video and release it today, but the way scheduling worked, coming to this business conference, I didn't have time to do a video. So I'm doing this live one. But yeah, I'm gonna do a bunch of Facebook ads content. It's tough too because I gotta keep the videos kind of short to hold audience retention. I could do 2 hours of Facebook ad content, but nobody would watch it. That's the problem. So I got to try to keep them short to hold audience retention so that my YouTube channel will grow. Display them to the right audiences. Yeah, I mean, the videos will go over how to target and everything like that. How to target the right audiences. There's a couple of you guys that would watch the entire video, but you'd be surprised when I go into my analytics. I post videos that get good feedback from some of my subscribers, but the average watch percentage is very low. Like I'll put out a 20-minute video and get good feedback from my subscribers, but the average watch time is usually like 4 minutes. So there's so much value that the majority of people are missing because they're not watching the full extent of the video, because people are lazy. People are very lazy and they want a quick answer. But to have success at e-commerce and entrepreneurship, there's no quick answer. You gotta be ready to put in the work. So I gotta walk that line where I'm putting out value, but nothing too extensive, because people just don't watch it. I'm not sure how. I don't think that makes a difference. I think if somebody just watches my video, it just benefits my channel. I don't think if they crank up the speed, it impacts it negatively. I've done a lot of research on YouTube and I've never come across that being a problem. People have very short attention spans and they wonder why they're not having success as entrepreneurs, because they don't want to put in the work. They want a get-rich-quick scheme that takes 5 minutes. It is what it is. I'm providing tons of value that all the gurus charge for. I'm giving it away for free, but I can't force people to watch it. All I could do is my best to keep it entertaining. I don't feel like my videos are too boring, but maybe I just need to improve and make them more entertaining to hold audience retention. But honestly, the people that dip out of it earlier is missing out on all the value. And those same people will go buy a course that has the exact same information in it. I guarantee it. People will not watch my videos if they're too long, and then they'll go buy a course for $1,000 that gives the exact same information. And they won't focus on that one either, and they'll just throw their money away. It's kind of a lost cause. But I'm just going to keep providing as much value as possible, and maybe I could progressively improve on keeping my content entertaining, and maybe I'll get better and the audience retention will get better. I think the most helpful thing for any level of success I have is merging myself in audiobooks and podcasts and YouTube videos. I'm talking like 17 hours out of the day, or whatever the math is. I only sleep like 7 or 8 hours, and then every hour outside of my sleeping hours, I'm buried in entrepreneurship content. I suggest you guys you check the link in my description for the book link that I have, so you guys can get 2 free books. And you gotta be willing to put in the work and be patient and just bury yourself in content of multimillionaires. Because think about it, if we're buried in the content of multimillionaires, humans adapt to their surroundings. If you're surrounded by multimillionaires, you're going to adapt to their mindset. And there's tons of free information between books and podcasts and videos and everything else. There's people that are literally mentoring you for free between all their online content. And it's unprecedented in human history that we've had access to. It's unprecedented in human history that we've ever had access to multimillionaires and being able to hear entirely their mind frame. We could download all of their knowledge because they give it away for free in books and audiobooks and podcasts. It's crazy. Everybody wants a mentor, but all the multimillionaires are building their personal brand online and they're mentoring everybody. You just gotta listen and be patient and put in the work. Have you ever, if you spent time with a girlfriend or significant other or a friend for an extended period of time, you notice you kind of pick up on their traits, right? Start spending all your time with the online content of multimillionaires and see what happens. You're gonna start picking up their traits. It's impossible not to. I've talked about this a lot. But it's the answer. You gotta bury yourself in the content of people that are more successful than you. I'm talking like 100% of the time outside your sleeping hours. Yep, it's all about mindset, really. And taking action. Everybody's afraid or lazy to do shit. You gotta jump in, take action. And you really gotta find a way to obsess over it. Every hour of every day, I'm obsessed with entrepreneurship and success. I'm obsessed with it. I sleep 7 hours. And even when I'm sleeping 7 hours, I dream about everything I do during the day. A lot of times. I fall asleep to podcasts of multimillionaires, so I actually dream about whatever's being spoke about in the podcast. So I know to a certain extent I'm absorbing information while I sleep as well, because I'm dreaming about whatever business tactics they're talking about in my podcast. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I have a epiphany. Something really clicks in my dream and I say, holy shit, and I wake up and I write it down. Because there'll be some kind of gold nugget that just like blows my mind and a light goes off, so I have to write it down. Yeah, the podcasts are great, and if you guys want the audiobooks, with my link you get 2 free audiobooks at sign up. And then after that it's monthly and you get credits for audiobooks monthly. It's kind of like Netflix for audiobooks, but it's so worth it because you get to get books worth of information from multimillionaires. I don't know why they do it for free, because they don't make that much money selling books. They make a good amount of money, but they're already wealthy before they wrote the books. But they give so much information. Everything you need to know is in books. People just don't have the patience to listen to them or read them or anything. But if you guys go in the link in my Instagram bio, I have a link there that goes to my link tree, and you could find the link to the audiobook program, so you sign up. How long do you usually take to download Jacob? Yeah, the document, guys. Once I get into my hotel, I'll open up my MacBook and I'll send me a message document. It just has a lot of product research, resources and links. It just tons of information. I'm just working on daily, just kind of compiling stuff onto it, just beneficial links and information that I could send to my subscribers. Just kind of like a cheat sheet with a bunch of resources. product research, valuable links relevant to Shopify apps and stuff like that. Just valuable stuff compiled into one document to help people. While I'm here, I replaced the battery for my iPhone. The battery in my iPhone's been bad. It's getting hot and dying real quick. But they've been faulty, so Apple's been actually offering a cheap refund of the batteries. But I have to come to Manila for it, which is like 6, 7, 8 hours away. So I'm here now. I'm hoping I can get the battery replaced because my phone's getting hot just streaming video. Finding good products. I don't know if really there's a time frame. Some take long, some don't. Sometimes you could find trends right away, test them out and see if they pop off, Some things maybe somebody else would be able to give a better answer, but it could take anywhere from a few hours to a few days to really find a good product. But once you have good products, you double down on them and just crank them out. Do you do any other business? Right now, besides Shopify, I'm working on building my YouTube and trying to work on affiliate marketing right now for multiple revenue streams. And I'm also helping my girlfriend with a local business. In Philippines, there's a lot of eyes solely on Facebook, and there's some actual unique methods they can utilize in Philippines with buy and sell groups that I never would have thought of, but in Philippines it's really popular. So I'm helping her. She's kind of jumped into that kind of area, and I'm kind of helping her with business tactics, and it's her business is just skyrocketing because in Philippines, people aren't necessarily focused on real business practices like they would be in America, because America is designed for business. That's not necessarily the case in other countries. So to open a business in Philippines, if you have any business knowledge that you've learned from like a capitalist country, you could really skyrocket your business here and stand out from the crowd, because these countries out here aren't really oriented around business at all. So it doesn't take much to really skyrocket your business when you know just pretty basic business tactics. So that's kind of another project I have going on, is helping her with that. And she's been doing great so far. Just starting out, whenever she works on it, she makes somewhere around the equivalent of like $25 per hour. Just starting out too. And I'm helping her scale her business, and I'm teaching her like Facebook marketing and building her Facebook business page. She already has, I think, like 400 likes on her Facebook business page, and she's only been doing it a week or two. Half of that was just from her messaging potential customers directly, and the other half was from Facebook ads. And we're just testing and working on scaling that. And I also got her to make a Facebook group, which nobody else in Philippines is doing for that same business, for the style of business that she's doing. Nobody has a Facebook group for it. Nobody even has a Facebook page with the same keywords. We just have basic keywords that a person would search by default. Like if they're searching Facebook search, chances are they'd stumble upon her page because of the keywords we used. And people are using Facebook search more than they're using Google. People use Facebook more than anything on the internet here in the Philippines. It's mostly all on Facebook. So if you know any kind of marketing methods on Facebook, you could really crank out some progress. And she's doing great so far. It's so easy to stand out from the crowd and excel in a country that's not very business oriented because there's hardly any competition. Or cut it super late. I'd say cut the ad if your ad spend goes past your break-even point. If your ad spend's gone past your break-even point and hasn't made any sales yet, I would cut it then. Try something different at that point. Plans for the future in regards to what? Business or like personal life or what? In regards to business, just and obtain multiple revenue streams. I had a scare with my business and a couple times before I got serious about entrepreneurship, and I realized I needed a multiple revenue streams. Everybody needs multiple revenue streams because at any point you're one revenue stream to you and then you're screwed. That's why you see multimillionaires just keep grinding their DNA to have multiple revenue streams. A point. And a millionaire has 7 revenue streams. 7 different revenue streams to maintain their millionaire status. But yeah, I just want to keep scaling, keep improving, obtain multiple revenue streams, build my YouTube. I have a Patreon. I want to keep providing valuable content for people. They have the option to donate if they appreciate the valuable content, but it's not a requirement. By the way, people that have donated have direct one-on-one help with me via Skype, whether it's calls, messages, with all the people that are constantly messaging me. The people that have donated, I'm giving prior